Hey guys, I'm Natalie. This is the Least Favorite Podcast, where we talk about relationships, personal growth, and the toxic shit that we see on social media. Let's get into it. All right,
so you can say it on camera.
I'm gonna just say it.
Yeah, say it.
I don't know if this is true for me. I'm just something I'm playing around with, the idea of an open relationship.
Press the buttons.
Press the button. No, Biggie. No, the applause. That's not applause. We fucked up already.
We having fun.
Yeah, fun. All right, so I can't even talk over this shit. All right, so welcome back to another episode of the Least Favorite Podcast. I'm your host, Natalie, and today is special because we have the man behind the camera. Anthony, you want me to say your whole name?
No, we don't do that.
Anthony's here. Wait. Say what up, man.
Yo, what's good?
So, why are you here? Like,
why am I here?
Yeah, so I made you my host, right? And I said that I wanted us to assert ourselves. This is our podcast. People need to see your face. People need to know who you are, because you can't be the man behind the camera. You're too good to be the man behind the camera the whole time.
I appreciate it.
Do you agree?
Hopefully I can live up to that expectation.
You've already been doing so great.
Hopefully I can live up to that expectation.
All right, so we are going to get started. Are you ready to talk your shit?
We are ready.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun,
Okay, so we're going to start with the good morning text. I have a video. Hold on. Can you hear it?
So many like deep issues, right? Deep issues, talking about childhood, talking about parents and trauma and abuse and things like that, and present issues that you're having in a relationship you've been having for the last 15 years, all this kind of stuff, all this deep, real stuff. And then there's always, though, these petty arguments or petty conflicts that come up. Good morning. I talk about good morning text like every single day. It comes up. The good morning text issue is serious. For me, as a professional, I would like the good morning text to just be scrapped altogether because it's causing people so much stress. So I'm just gonna start with.
Okay. So I think she's a therapist, and she focuses on relationships, attachment styles, and just getting people to have like healthy boundaries and secure attachments. So what do you think about the good morning text? Should it be scrapped altogether?
It shouldn't be. Or should I? I'm trying to think of the right way to say this. There shouldn't be pressure put on it.
Okay.
Like, I'm not a morning person.
Yeah.
So there's days where like I get messages in the morning and I'll just look at my phone from whoever it is. And I'm just like, all right, I will respond in a couple hours because I'm just like, nah, I'm good. But there are other mornings where like I'm responding at 7 in the morning. I'm just not a morning person. So like, if someone were to put put a lot of emphasis on that good morning text and think I'm going to be that person and give it to them, they might be upset.
Okay. I feel like when I was younger, the good morning text was everything. Like you had to wake up and text me good morning. Now it's like you're right with the pressure. And I feel like, I think the way we look at it, maybe as women, I don't know if men look at it the same way, but it's like if you didn't hit me up in the morning, then you weren't thinking about me at all. That's how that's how I have seen it in the past too. But also then I've been in relationships where I got the good morning text every morning and I was being treated like shit. So it's like, it's not like it makes a difference. Oh, this came up because when you... Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, go. No, talk.
All right, so randomly last week, Anthony texted me like, good morning, beautiful. And I was like, Anthony, stop. And he started laughing. And you said you were testing a theory. What was the theory that you were testing?
It was a meme I saw or something, but I wanted to use it for a podcast topic. And that's what it was basically. It had to tie into like all of this stuff. So I just was like seeing like how women respond to that, because essentially, like I know women be like, I don't like that. Like they get that text from like just random guys or guys.
Like and it's like you probably texting mad other bitches the same shit.
And they all get that.
That's how I see it too. Like that doesn't make me, the good morning text doesn't make me feel special now. And also what I've realized, and I was talking about this with my sister, is like we have lives. Like, people just, like you said, you wake up in the morning, you're getting ready for work. It's not that I'm not thinking about the person that I'm dealing with.
Correct.
But I have to live my life right now. And when I have time to really, like, dedicate to hit you up, then I'll hit you up.
Correct. Like, you trying to focus, all right, I got to go to work. I have to deal with, you have students, I have patients.
Yes.
Say, all right,
traffic.
It's like, all right, damn, and do I have enough time to eat breakfast this morning?
Right.
Do I, like, can I take a longer shower than I want to take? Or
yeah. Like, my first thought is not, let me send this good morning text.
It's not.
Sometimes it is, if I have the time and if I feel like it. It's not some, like, when I feel like it type shit.
It's like, yeah, that's what let me get my life together first.
Right.
Let me gather myself.
Let me get my shit together.
Let me fucking think, like, oh shit, you know what? Let me actually have a good day today. Let me, you know
let me thank God.
Let me put some positivity into the universe first. Because I wake up like hating everyone.
Yeah.
So me sending you good morning text, like, you know, it's like, all right, cool. Like,
I get it. But you know what? It's actually even more special to me when I get it randomly.
Exactly. That
to me is like, like, this is cute. Like, it gives you that extra perk of the day as opposed to like every morning you already know, good morning. All right, cool.
Good morning. What up? What are you doing today? How's your day? And it's like, you know what I mean? Because then your conversations just begin. It's just the same conversations as Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, good morning. What are you eating for breakfast?
Mm-hmm. Did you make it to work okay?
Did you make it to work okay? I hope you have a good day.
Yeah.
Oh, how was your first appointment? Wait, what are you eating for lunch? So it's like that.
What are you going to do after work?
It's super monotonous. Oh, how was your day at work? And it's like, it becomes the same kind of conversation.
But it is good to check in regardless.
Of course. But why? All right. I rather, and I always just say this, yo, like, if I'm having a conversation with you at night, you'll just continue the conversation the next day. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, we're talking about saying you fall asleep. All right, cool. Like, well, just continue when you wake up.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather do that because it's like, yo, we already had something. It's not like some forced, good morning.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah, it's like an ongoing conversation.
Let's just keep the flow, and it's just it's more natural. It's just more engaging that way. It's better that way for me, just personally. Yeah. Do you feel that same way? You rather like that, or
now I do? But I'm telling you, for years I was on the opposite end of that. But now it's like, now I'm realizing, because even me, I'm busy. Like, I got 2 jobs now, so it's like, it's not that I'm not. I guess people just say, "Oh, you're not interested if you're not hitting me up," but that's not true. I'm just busy. Like, but I am gonna hit you up. It may not be at the time that you want me to, and I may not receive it at the time I want to.
But that's the thing. People will always be like, "All right, you're not in." It's like, yo, not everyone is going to. People just have lives. Like, it's that simple. Like, I like when if I talk to someone and they, all right, whatever, we're talking, and they be like, yo, they don't hit me up for a few hours. Like, all right, cool.
Something
like,
probably came up.
They're busy. Like, I'm not with them. Like, nothing's ever happened to you throughout the day where, you know, you felt like I was working. We were planning to come and record after this, right? Yeah. And you had sent me a lot of messages back to back.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. But usually I have an opportunity that I can respond to fast, right?
Yeah.
But I couldn't. Now, if that could have happened maybe in the earlier in my day where I wouldn't have been able to respond for like 5 hours. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a possibility.
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, some people will get mad at that. It's like, yo, I legit got really busy.
I wouldn't get mad. I would be concerned. Just because I know you. When you know the person's texting habits, I know you're quick to respond. So when you go missing for 5 hours, I'm like, oh no, something happened to Anthony. And then I'll call you. Some
people really, they'll get mad about that.
They'll get mad. Yeah. They'll get mad. I mean, Susan, she was here. Remember yesterday she said that she would get mad.
But that's crazy though.
But she won't say nothing.
It's like, but then you got to think about it. Like, has anything ever happened to you where you're like, you know what? You just got so busy you can't respond to someone?
Yeah. And it's like, I saw the message, but I'm caught up right now. Like, I can't even think about responding to you right now.
Exactly. Then if that person came at you crazy, aren't you gonna be like,
of course.
So it's like, why don't you give that person that same courtesy? Like, yo.
Yeah.
Now, if it happens every day, then maybe I just need to reevaluate your relationship.
I do, though, have a problem with people who initiate the conversation and then they're always busy. That's annoying. Like, don't say, hey, what you doing? And then I respond and then you're gone for 5 hours. Oh, I got busy. So then why did you bother initiating a conversation?
I agree. Yeah, like that.
Like,
that's the most annoying. It's like, why did you hit me up?
And for that, I will say something.
It's like, why did you even hit me up for?
Why did you hit me up? Because
like,
now I'm like, I fake got excited to see your name pop up, and I'm ready to talk to you because I'm thinking you're ready to have the conversation, but then you're not. It's rude.
It's like, I agree.
It's fucking rude.
I can agree with that one.
Yeah. But speaking of texting, right? I'm texting somebody for the whole day. I wanted to talk about this concept of being thirsty. Mm-hmm. Is there such thing as really being thirsty when you like somebody?
Yes.
Okay. The way I see it, I don't know what level you're seeing it as, but it's like, if you like somebody, you have to show interest and you kind of have to go a little above and beyond for that person.
Okay.
I don't think that that's being thirsty. I think that's showing interest. Now, on what level does it become thirsty?
All right. So you saying this is only like for a situation where it's we
like each other,
liking one person.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So we're only in a relationship, not a relationship, but we're only speaking to each other one-on-one thing.
Yeah.
You can still be a little thirsty in that situation. I think you can.
How? Like, I don't know. I just feel like when I like you, I want you to show that you like me back. So for me, I'm not going to take anything as thirsty. I guess, okay. If you pop up where I'm at, though, and we just started dating, that's psychotic. That's not thirsty. That's crazy.
That's mad thirsty, though. Like, that's,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I pop up, right? Or instead of you got busy at work for 5 hours, now I'm really blowing your phone up.
Yeah.
Like, that's OD.
Yeah.
Like, that's you wilding on that one.
Yeah.
So you want that if you really like someone?
No, I don't want that. But then to me, that's not thirst.
That's thirsty. That's thirsty. Now, showing interest is different. Being thirsty is next level.
But now it's like people are afraid to show interest because they don't want to be called thirsty. And I think that where that comes from is that people actually enjoy you enjoy when somebody is on you a little bit. It's flattering. You want someone to show interest, but then they'll go back to their friends and be like, oh, you see, like I got him thirsty on me. And they'll show like the messages. Like they make it bad. They make it a bad thing.
Listen, being thirsty is just like, that's next level. Like, I mean, I guess, I don't know, maybe because
like, have you, all right.
In my generation,
yeah,
thirsty was just like crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't
doing
like
the most.
Yeah, it's like OD. Like, you know what I'm saying? You wild thirsty.
Yeah, but now it's like any little thing, they could twist it
that
up
ain't
like
thirsty,
you're being thirsty.
Like if I show you, if we going out and I go buy you fucking flowers, I ain't thirsty.
That's not thirsty.
You know what I'm saying? Some people, so like the way you kind of sound and make it seem like even something small like that would be considered thirsty.
To some people, yeah.
Then
to talk shit.
But
it's just to talk shit.
Well, then that person don't need to be with no one because that ain't thirsty. That's just showing. That's showing interest.
Yeah.
Showing interest ain't thirsty. Thirsty is like popping up, you know, OD, like just crazy like that, calling like a million times.
See, like, so I've definitely been thirsty. I never popped up, but I've called like
that's crazy.
Mad times in a row. It's crazy. When I was younger, hell yeah. And I used to leave voicemails too, cursing them out.
Oh no, see that's that's
crazy.
Yeah, that's more like crazy.
That's what I'm saying. So it's a fine line.
Yeah, that's
between thirsty and psychotic.
You was wildin'.
I was wildin'.
You wasn't thirsty.
1000% wildin'. Have you ever done anything thirsty? What's the thirstiest thing you've ever done? Be honest.
What's the thirstiest thing I've ever done?
If you've done anything, or maybe the thirstiest thing somebody has done to you.
Yeah. To like a female.
I also think, wait, before you answer, I also feel like dirty mackin is thirsty. Do you agree?
When you say dirty mackin, when it's like, yo, all right, you got a man, and I'm like, yo, your nigga's over here doing like
fuck him. Oh yeah, snitching one.
Yeah,
or
but
he's a lame.
That ain't thirsty. That's lame. Only lame dudes need to do that.
So that's not. Yeah, but I also think you're just thirsty for that girl.
No, you just lame. Because if you got to talk shit on another nigga to get a girl, you lame.
You lame.
Like, you lame. You don't need to do that. Like, because you don't need to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's mad corny. Because your whole game is based off of tearing someone else down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you had game, you could take that girl without doing all bringing that. Anyone else.
You don't even have to mention
You don't
anybody.
have to mention anyone else. You just need to talk to her, and you can get her. Now that's game. That's macking.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not yo, oh, I saw your man over here, blah, 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 blah. Like, that's why, like, yo, even something so simple, like, you know how, like, I'll see your parents at my job, right?
Yeah.
I don't even be going, like, I never, like, will go back and be like, yo, I saw your parents or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Because, like, even, like, to me, like, that's, like, why the fuck am I going back gossiping? Because that's that type of shit. It's like, yo, just little things like that.
Yeah.
The dudes who do shit like that, you know they fuck boys because they'll be like, oh, I saw your parents, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. Oh, I saw your...
Yeah.
It's like, yo, why you running back like a little fucking hoe? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So that dirty macking shit is corny. That's mad corny. Like, that shit is super lame.
So, thirstiest thing. Did you think of something?
I was too busy going in.
You was going in just now.
Like,
Talk your
damn.
shit. Talk your shit. Hold on. I'm going to give you something for that.
Hey, yo. Nah. I'm joking. That I honestly, I can't really think of anything like thirsty that I've done.
Girls done to you. Or did you think it was sweet? Or the crazy. You told me about some crazy chick.
Yeah.
You probably had a lot of crazy chicks though.
Yeah, I mean, that was me being like, so like I've said this before in the podcast, like I'm definitely like I'm a good guy when I'm in a relationship.
Yeah.
but when I'm not in a relationship,
you're not a good guy.
I don't give a fuck. So like I have good guy tendencies, but I could be a bad guy like as well. So I had to convince myself not to, because I was gonna get this chick to buy me like this $2,000 computer. Like,
and she was gonna buy it?
She was gonna buy it. Like she was dead, like she was really gonna do it, but she was so like crazy and she was thirsty. Like she would be like fucking, like if she was here right now, she'd be hanging off my neck, swinging up like on my thighs. Like it's like, yo, chill the fuck out. Like know your role, sit your ass down, like chill. And I had to convince myself, like, damn, yo, I could get this chick to do like buy anything and go crazy.
Yeah, but you don't want that burden on you.
Do I want that?
No, you don't.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you know. Yeah. So.
Yeah. All right. Oh, I have another video. Oh, this is done.
All right. Me and my child's dad had a heated discussion one morning. He hates the fact that I have male friends and thinks every last one of them secretly likes me. I assure him that I don't like them, and our conversations are never about sex or feelings. If they do like me, they don't show it. Whenever we do communicate, we talk about relationships, catching up, asking about family, babies, platonic type stuff. We talk about the same things as me and my friends. 2 of these guys are married. One is someone I used to date, and when we do communicate, it's platonic.
Whoa. Wait a goddamn. Yes, you was wrong. Wrong. Ain't no goddamn way you supposed to be talking to your ex. Ain't no we used to fuck around. He used to put me through the wall. I used to deep throw his balls and all kind of shit. You think I'm supposed to accept that?
But we just keep in touch. That's crazy.
What? Come on, dog. That ain't happening.
That is insane.
All right. All right. So basically, the question or topic here is being friends. One, because they had another video about being friends with any man, and now she's friends with 2 guys. 1 guy she used to date, and they're talking about swallowing balls and shit. Like nobody's thinking about that. I want to hear from you. Talk about it. You go first.
So, all right. Now, I don't care like who I'm dating, who their friends are. Like I don't. If you have guy friends, have guy friends. I do not mind.
Yeah.
One, I'm arrogant. Like I'm arrogant. Like where like, you know what? Anyone could take my girl. But to me, I'm like, yo, you're not taking my girl. Like, you know what I mean? It can happen to anyone.
Of course.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
but I'm not insecure where I'm like, yo, oh, you trying to take my girl. Nah, I'm secure in myself. So you can have guy friends. I do not care about that. But the thing is like, yo, why are you thinking about your girl fucking someone else?
Yeah.
It's like, just because she's talking to someone don't mean they're fucking like, or just because they fucked in the past don't mean they want to fuck like right now. Like it.
Like there's a reason why they stopped fucking.
Like, you know what I mean?
Like they not fucking no more.
So it's like
it's insecure to me.
It is.
And I have so many people who would disagree with both of us. And I was literally at a dinner a couple weeks ago with 2 people, and they both were like, no, like you cannot have friends of the opposite sex, especially if you used to date. And they both feel like it's a respect thing. But I don't believe it's a respect thing. I think it's an insecure thing.
It is.
That's it. And I think we hide, like, people who believe that, they hide behind this veil of, oh no, it's about respect. But what's disrespectful about hanging out with someone of the opposite sex if there's nothing sexual going on? What's wrong with, because literally, like, let's say you go to the movies with your best girlfriend, or me and with my best guy friend, or we go out to eat. The person told me that their boyfriend would be like, oh, like, why would you be at a romantic dinner with a guy? Like, how does that look if someone saw you out there? It looks like fuck what they saw, fuck what they think, and it just looks like I'm having dinner with a friend. That's what it is. And if I'm with you, I should be able to tell you that, and you just be like, all right, cool. And that's it. Because if you don't trust your partner, why are y'all together? Why are y'all together? There's no reason.
Exactly. So you go out, you and I are dating. You go out with your guy friend, right? You tell me I'm going out with my guy friend.
Yeah.
We're going to hang out. We're going to the movies. We're going to get some food. We're going to get some drinks. Cool. You tell me this beforehand. One of my friends sees you. Oh, I saw you. Blah, blah, blah.
Like, yeah, I know.
All right, cool.
She told me.
I already know they're doing this. Don't worry. Let her do her thing.
The fact that you could be friends with, let's say, someone of the opposite sex for a long time, right? Years, 5-10 years. And then someone new comes along and feels like they have that entitlement to tell you, okay, so you can have your guy friends, but now you can't go out with them. And you can't really talk to them like that. It's like, well, you weren't there for all these years. This person was. Like, I've had real time and experience shared with this friend. I cannot just change my dynamic with that friend for you. Now, granted, there are things that me as a woman, I am going to be respectful of if I'm in a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. If I want to be respectful in the relationship, I know how to do that. So it's like, because we choose when or if we want to be that type of person. Mm-hmm. But it's like, you wouldn't have to tell me that I can't go out with him every weekend. I wouldn't do that anyway.
That's different.
You know what I mean? And I think all my guy friends, we have that mutual understanding and respect when we're in a relationship where it's like, okay, now you're in a relationship. I wouldn't even expect that from you. And I'm going to be more mindful of the places I invite you to and the things that we do together, because I'm not trying to disrespect your girlfriend. Mm-hmm. Now, granted, she's new. And of course, my friends are like, nah, but friends come first. Fine. But me as your friend, I'm still going to respect that. And if you guys have that, like, let's say we were dating and you had that respect with your girlfriend, great. I think the more you're able to be honest with your partner, like, listen, this is what I'm doing, this is who I'm with, and they accept it and they're like, okay, and they trust you, that just breeds more trust, more open communication. And I think that's what people are missing. And this is where the toxic monogamy comes in for me.
But this is also, and you said, like, it's the trust, because, all right, if you can't trust someone, then what are you doing?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like,
what you got going on?
What do you like?
Yeah.
Like, you can't just tell your girl that, yo, I'm going out with my friend just to grab a drink. You can't even just tell your girl that, like, you know what I'm saying?
And it could even be a guy. Some women have an issue when it's a guy, and it's just like, just the fact that you're out without them.
And it's like, what? Like, what's going on? Like, you feel me? So it's like, that makes no sense. So I think that's what it really comes down to. It's like, yo, you must be doing some shit, or you weren't doing some shit. Like, but don't get me, like, that's the thing. It's like, yes, I've slept with women that have been in relationships before. Mm-hmm. Like, I've done all that, but I can't put that on someone. No, on
like,
my partner.
Everybody is like a case by case basis,
like,
and you have to treat it as such.
Of course, like, you had friendships before I came along in this relationship. Yeah. I'm supposed to just cancel all of your friendships? Like, no. The person that you are, that I'm attracted to now, is because of those relationships you developed with people before. They help shape you to be the person you are. So why would I want you to detach from them? Yeah. Now
you're all absorbed in me and focused on me.
Now you're all on me. You're miserable because you don't have those people to go out and spend time with. Mm-hmm. You gotta be with your boring ass man. You're with me all day in the house, but you don't have your best friend that turns up with you at brunch. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that other one that you can go smoke hookah with and go get lit.
You see, then people are like, oh, but like, I should be the person that you go to for everything if I'm your partner. No, absolutely not. Because it's like, your partner may not be into brunch. And if brunch is your thing, and you have friends who are willing to do that thing with you and you're going to have fun, Instead of sitting across the table and your man is like rolling his eyes on his phone, like, yo, when we gonna go? It's like, yo, what?
Why did you come?
Why did you come? We don't have to have, not everything needs to be our thing. We can have our own thing.
So one thing I think is important is like, all right, when you're in a relationship with someone, like we were talking about this like yesterday, like love languages and like understanding like what would you want, like communication, all these things.
Yeah.
You can actually get those from your friendships, some of those.
Yeah, of course.
So that person that you're actually in the relationship with, they may not check all of your boxes, but you want that spontaneous, you need a spontaneous person in life, that could be your best friend. Yeah. Like, yo, let's just go do this.
Yeah.
So you fulfilled that need with that person. You know what I mean? Or it's like, you love to drink whiskey. I love drinking whiskey. I could do that with one of my friends.
Yeah.
And like, I don't need that from my women.
No, you don't.
You know what I mean? So I can get those other little pieces that I need in a relationship or just need in my life. I get those from other people. So that's why it's like, it drives me insane when a dude like doesn't want his girl to have any friends. I always encourage my girl, you need friends. You need to go out. You need to go out without me.
It's just insecurity. It's insecurity and it's lack of trust. That's what it boils down to for me. It has nothing to do, like I said, with respect. It doesn't. I think you should want your partner to like flourish outside of you, because then they're just a better partner within the relationship. Like, for sure. And this is why I want to talk about the next thing. My ideas of monogamy have changed. And I've been in therapy, and we spoke about it briefly, but I've been in therapy and I've been talking about this with my therapist about like being pressured to have kids, being pressured to be married. I'm getting older, so now every time I get around my family, it's like, oh, so when are you gonna have a kid? And it's like, well, first I need a man. So like, when are you gonna get a man? But it's like, I'm kind of reevaluating, if I get in another relationship, how is that relationship gonna be different this time around in terms of like, I don't want to be with someone who, again, tells me I can't hang out with my guy friends or gets upset when I go out. I also am like a free spirit, and I like to socialize. I like to go out. I like to talk to people. Guy or girl, it doesn't matter. But I don't want, not like that, but just have conversations. Like, hello, we do podcasting. I like to talk. I like to ask questions and be nosy. It's just like, I don't want somebody who's going to be threatened by that. I'm also really busy now. So I need someone who understands that. Most of my relationships in the past have been like suffocating and have had all these guidelines and rules. And I don't know. I'm just not subscribing to that shit anymore. Like, why do I have to rush? Why do I have to rush a relationship? Why is it that my value is always just tied to a man? Because think about it. Or kids. It's like, if you don't have kids and you don't have a man, it's like you're less of a woman. No, I'm not. Like, I'm tired of that shit.
I agree.
And I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't even say this on camera. All right.
So you can say it on camera.
I'm going to just say it.
Yeah, say it.
I don't know if this is true for me. I'm playing around with the idea of an open relationship. That's wild. I never thought I would say that shit in my life.
It ain't wild for me.
It's not that I'm thinking that my next relationship will be that. I'm open to learning more about it.
Okay. Now, well, first of all, I'm definitely supportive of open relationships.
Yeah.
But
it's not traditional. Fuck tradition.
I'm like anti-tradition, so forget that. But what is it appealing about like an open relationship? Is it being, so I always say, you're never going to find someone that's going to check all your boxes. That's number one. So being able to find multiple people to check your boxes.
Maybe. If it happens. Not even open relationship in the sense, because that's the thing. I'm learning, right? Because you can make your own parameters around it. Not every open relationship is just both people fucking whoever the fuck they want whenever they want. That's not. Yeah,
that's why I was saying checking boxes in different.
Right, but some people, because you say that and it's like, oh, she just wants to whatever. It's more so. Naturally, I'm a flirt. Period. I don't want to feel like I'm doing something wrong by flirting or being attracted to other men, which I've always felt in my relationships. It's like, oh no, I'm a bad person for this. Like, I'm engaging in this conversation for too long with this person, or I find this person attractive. I shouldn't find them attractive. It's like, I always felt like in my relationships, I had to be like dead inside kind of, and only come alive for my partner. And that's nothing that they placed on me. That's nothing that some relationships did, but it's more to do with how I was raised and taught to think.
And that's why, all right, do you feel you had were fully happy in a relationship?
No.
That's why.
But then I get told that it's because I was lacking something in me and lacking the happiness within myself. Because I had to understand that my partner doesn't complete me.
Of course.
Which I think so too. But it's not always that deep either.
It's not, but it's like conversations like we've always had. It's like, yo, you have to be able to first be able to fuck with yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? You gotta be able to just sit with yourself and be happy with who you are before anyone else is gonna. Which
is what I'm doing now, and I think
chill. Yeah. And that's why what I told you before, years and years ago, it's like, yo, you just need to be single. You just need to chill. Just figure out who you are. Mm-hmm. Get right within yourself first, because once you do that, the relationship's gonna be easy because now you're gonna know what you love. So you're not gonna.
And I'm not gonna depend on someone to give me those things.
You're not gonna depend on someone to give you those things, but you're also gonna know what you're gonna tolerate.
Yes.
You know what you're gonna be like, yo, I'm not fucking with that.
Like I've been taking care of myself so well.
It's like, nah, I'm not rocking with that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like and people don't believe me, I don't argue in relationships. I'm just not arguing. Like we can disagree, we can have a conversation. I'm not yelling, I'm not raising my voice at you, I'm not doing any of that stuff. So if I see any type of relationship is even about to get to that, I'm good. Yeah. And I know I'm just walking away from that. Like, it's not gonna happen. So
maybe on this journey I'm on, right? Of cause I'm chilling right now, completely focused on me. I feel like then my view can change. I may not get involved in an open relationship, maybe.
Of course.
Cause you're right. It's about really finding, and I am, and it's been good. It's been a good process. So that could change. I'm still willing to learn more about it though.
Of course.
I am. You have something else you wanted to say about that?
I get it's something that we talked about on the last one. Was it the last episode? And I had mentioned it afterwards. I should have said where you was like, we were talking about how a guy starts off maybe as a Russell Wilson, excuse me, and turns into Future. But I was like, nah, the dudes start off more like Future, and then gradually, slowly morph into Russell Wilson. Yeah. But I think women start off as that good.
So did what I just say?
So yeah, women generally start off. That's why it's always when a good girl's going bad, she's going forever. Because women start off more naive, head in the clouds, head over heels in love, hopeless romantic, and they get shit on by the dudes who, when they're young, are that asshole. They're the dicks. Yeah. They're that bad guy.
They're the asshole and the dicks.
So when y'all 20 years old, y'all are getting shitted on by us. Yes. And we fuck you. I got another bitch down the block. I'm about to go fuck her. Oh, look at this chick crying. Yeah. Thirsty ass.
Right. See, thirsty ass.
I hit my next chick up. Yo, and we laughing at you now. Yo, can you believe this bitch just did it? But when we hit 30, 40, the roles is kind of reversed because now I done fuck mad I didn't slept with all these women.
Now you're just ready to chill.
I just want to chill and I just want peace.
Right.
But now this woman that's been scorned, she's been disrespected for the past 20 years or whatever. She has this wall up, this guard up. Yeah. Now, how am I supposed to love this person now? Yeah. How are we going to love each other now? So that's what be happening why it's so hard for relationships. As we get older, if you were shitting on people when you were younger or you were getting shit on, it's hard when you get older to flip that script and find what you want.
I think in those moments, because that's happened to me all the time. But I have to check myself. It takes a certain person, you got to be self-aware, to check yourself and be like, wait a minute, this person is not what I used to deal with. They're not the same. This is different. This is a new experience. So I need to treat it that way. we're just so afraid of getting hurt. But it's like that comes with the territory. If you're going to put yourself out there and date, or you say you want to be in a relationship, before you get into that relationship, there's some heartbreak that's going to come, or some confusion when you're dating and trying to figure it out with multiple people or whoever comes in your life. And it's just like, just treat it like a brand new experience. I have to check myself sometimes too, though, because I definitely be like, nah, fuck it, I'm going to be this way. I'm going to show I don't care. I'm not going to respond back. They texted me, I'm not going to say nothing. Or I'm mad, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not going to say I'm mad, I don't want to look weak. I don't want to look vulnerable. It's always that. And it's just like, for what?
Yeah.
For what?
You're just doing more harm to yourself.
Yeah.
Because you're just taking the baggage with you. It's like, for what? You know what I mean? It's like, why would you do that? You just be yourself. You know what I mean?
Just be you, yeah.
Just be who you are. Like, you can't.
And you'll attract the person who will fuck with that.
Yeah, what was the first thing you said right there? I didn't want to interrupt you. Shit.
It takes a special kind of person to like check themselves. That's the
yeah.
first
You gotta
thing.
you gotta be able to like, yo, like, am I bugging?
Am I bugging?
Like, you know what I mean?
Like, is this person really as bad as I think they are, or am I projecting some other shit onto them?
You could just be like, yo, like, experience I had, like, my ex or whatever, one of my ex-girlfriends who was she was really passionate, right? Just really passionate. And I knew, like, she would just get these modes where she's just like, it's like she has to do something or it's like the end of the world. Passion, you know what I mean? But then
everything
like,
had to be drama.
Not even drama, but it's like, yo, if we record a podcast, no, it has to be like the greatest podcast. Like, it's just gonna be.
Okay, well, that hits close to home because I am like that with the podcast.
Yeah,
Think
but
of
I was
a different example.
Oh, I'm just saying, no, it would have been like episode 1 where it was like,
okay,
we need to be like on fucking.
Too much pressure.
It's crazy, like,
okay.
You know what I mean? She would have like tried to buy every professional gear. Like, it would just been
too much too soon.
Just a lot of passion, which is cool, but when I get with someone else and maybe they show like, interest in something, I can't immediately be like, oh, they're gonna go overboard.
Yeah.
Because they have interest in this. Like, nah, let's see where they are. Let's see what their thoughts are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yo, no, I've been in relationships. No two women I've been with have been the same. Mm-hmm. Kissing's been different. Mm-hmm. Conversations have been different. Mm-hmm. What we eat's been different.
Yeah. The things that your shared interests are different. What you had with someone, you're not gonna have with the other one.
Of course, like everything is different. So it's like you're doing yourself a disservice or disjustice, whatever, by putting your previous relationships, bad behaviors, negative impressions into your next relationship, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and then it leads to that issue of like women, how we say like women wants to change the man. So there may be good qualities that she's still even holding on to from the last relationship that she hopes that the new person can live up to. And she's like forcing him to be like, to perform on that level with certain things. And then it's like, but like you said, it's a whole different person. And now you're frustrated with this person because they don't do the things that your ex used to do, but they're not your ex.
Exactly.
Like, just then stop fucking with that person and move on to somebody else.
Correct.
Who has those qualities.
And then what happens is situations where like, you know what? Maybe you don't want to change that person. There may be things that someone else does, or like you may have like a type or some things that are attractive to you.
Yeah.
Like I love women that wear heels. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So if I'm with someone, I like when they dress up and wear heels. It's a turn on. I just enjoy looking at women wear heels and dressing up nice. So if I'm with someone and they don't like to wear heels, they just want to wear flats. It's like, you know what I mean? It's not like, but I don't want to be like, oh, my ex wore that, so you got to wear it.
Yeah.
But I was like, yo, I like this. I would love to see you, wear this.
And now, so if you told her that and she didn't ever do it, at least once for you, then what?
But see,
what would you do as the guy? Because girls, we would still stay and like complain and nag you to do it. And it's just like.
See, this is, and I've talked about this before, where sometimes you have to be selfish in relationships because now I'm saying, yo, I want you to wear heels more, right? At least try. You don't got to wear a fucking 6-inch.
But at least if we're going out, maybe not every time. But if we're going out, nice dinner, put some heels on.
Make an effort. Cool. Now you made an effort. But now when you're coming at me like, oh, I need more affection. I need you to hold me at nighttime. Cuddle with me. Now, you're going to be upset when I don't.
Right.
But like, you didn't even make an effort to do something like that.
Yeah.
And that happens in a relationship. But see, women sometimes often don't look at those little things like that because it's just heels, right? That's not like it might not be
It's
like
not an emotional thing.
It's not like
it's tangible.
it's not like a key component of a relationship. But you know what? That actually does something to me mentally because like, yo, she got heels on. Damn, I just want to hold her hand.
It's less about the
pull her
heels.
closer to me.
It's less about the heels and it's more about, it's just like the principle behind it. Like,
correct.
You're my partner. I asked you to do something. It could be anything. Wear heels or take out the trash.
Correct.
I asked you to do something. It would make my life a little bit better at the moment or make me a little more attracted to you in this moment so we could have a great night because I'm into it. It's a turn on. And you couldn't do that. It's just the lack of effort.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's why I say, like, in women usually like to cuddle more, and I'm just using that as an example because, like,
all right, you wore those heels for me. Let's cuddle.
You feel what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, where men and I say men generally aren't they don't need that extra like the romance like that.
Yeah, like that. Affection like
that. Generally, not always the case. But women do, and that's usually a complaint with women in relationships is like they don't feel the love or that affection from their man. But I bet you that man is probably asking you to do. Maybe he asked you to watch sports with him. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, he just wanted you to watch a game. Sit down and watch a game.
And that would have led to whatever you wanted it to lead to.
You feel what I'm saying? Like it's just something small where you're like, no, I'm just gonna sit here on my phone, or like. It's like, damn, she didn't even make that little bit of an effort. So it's like she wants me to do this. But again, that affection one seems like it's a bigger thing because it's affection. You know what I mean? It's more emotional. But women don't never see that other side. But
essentially it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. It's a tit for tat. It's quid pro quo. You giving this for that. You know what I'm saying? And that happens a lot in relationships. And that's with men, like where it's like, yo, I just needed you to just...
That's a really good point. Because women will be like, you see, like he's complaining because I didn't watch the sport game with him. Like he's being a child, he's being immature. And it's just like, no, there was something deeper behind that.
Correct.
That's your little thing. That's your version of the cuddle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh my God, that's so enlightening.
Yeah. So that's one thing I always be feeling like women overlook that. Yes, men overlook affection. That's needed. I'm not saying it's not. But what I'm just saying... I bet you were asking for something and he was asking for something too, but his didn't seem as important to you because that affection is something that's people would say is a key for a relationship. You know what I mean? Yeah. When most people think about what's my love like? Oh, that. Yeah. But you forgot about like these little small things here that
which fall under that, but like they're so specific and nuanced that it's like, all right, nobody's really thinking about it that deeply.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was awesome. Wait, hold on. Yes. All right, so we're gonna get into the last topic. Are you ready? So you had a friend who sent in a question. Oh man. So let's read it. If a person had everything you want, but the sex was extremely bad, should I say this next part? AKA the the penis being way too small for your liking or emotion, could you look past it? I guess I should ask because this was from a woman. I would not look past it because one of my non-negotiables is we need to be sexually compatible. And if it's too small and it's not pleasing me the way I like to be pleased, then I can't look past it. So no. And what's way too small?
Oh, I didn't ask details.
Oh, I would have wanted to know. You should have asked. What size?
Yo, what the fuck is the size? No, I wasn't doing that.
It's for the podcast.
I mean...
First, okay, no, go ahead.
I would say, if it's... Listen, I mean, women...
It depends what you prioritize. If sex is not a big deal to you, because for some people it's not, and it's like, you know what, I could work with it. Like maybe he gives good head, so I could just deal with that. Then fine. Like if that's not a huge priority to you, cool. But for me it is. I don't think his dick needs to be the biggest. I actually think big dick is overrated. Just saying, it's not as great as they think it is. Especially if they don't know what to do with it. But whatever. I feel like I need a woman for that here. But doesn't have to be the biggest thing. But I mean, a size that's pleasing, yeah. So no, I wouldn't. How about you? All right. As a guy, if the sex was whack, But they had everything else. Everything else that you're looking for, but the sex was trash. But, oh, that's different, though.
Why?
It's different because a man, like, I don't know if there's real surgeries for this, but, like, your dick being too small, there's nothing you could do about that. If you gave bad head, I can tell you how to make it good for me. I can tell you slow down or go this way or that way. Do this motion. If a girl is whack, she has the body she has. Maybe she just needs to, like, get on top more or, like, move differently on top of you. Or maybe she has to give head differently. So, like, you can coach her through that. But if a man has a penis that's too small, there's nothing we could do about that. They do have penis extenders, though.
Listen,
I'm just saying. Saying they do.
So all right. So for this situation, right? Just because I knew who this person was, right? And I remember she was telling me about the person, the guy, and you know, she really liked him.
Yeah.
Before they slept with each other, and she had waited a while, and she was building like actual relationship with the person, like communication, talking.
She wanted to get to know him first.
Wanted to get to know him first.
Don't get to know the dick first.
So, you know, and then it wasn't, that part let her down. So, you know, and I don't know.
Damn,
because
bro.
it's one of those things where it's like, I'm sure she's probably slept with someone else that was much better, gave her what she needed sexually.
But not everything
all
else.
of that other stuff
That happens a lot.
So it's like,
yeah.
What are you gonna do? It's like, you have to prioritize. All right, what do you want? The stability, the happy home, or do you want great sex?
I actually have a friend that's going through that right now. Legit going through that right now, where like the sex was great with one person, but he wasn't giving her, you know, the relationship or the respect or whatever. And then the new guy is amazing and everything. She can see the future. The sex isn't that great.
So, but then that's the question.
But she's willing to work through it.
All right, is the sex, like, how good is the sex? Like, is it like completely terrible? Where it's like
it's mid.
You know what I'm saying? So depends on how can you live with that though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Is it good enough where it's like, yo, it feels good? I mean, it may not be the fucking best sex I ever had in my life.
It's enjoyable though.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's enjoyable, if it's good, all right. Like, you know what I mean?
No,
like,
yes, that 1,000%. But from the question, if it's too small and it's not pleasing her at all.
Yeah, no, that's different. Like, this was like bad.
It
like,
was bad.
Scale 1 to 10, 1.
Yeah, like I couldn't do it.
Like,
but it's like you said, if she wants the family, the home, and he's willing, and whatever.
Yes, I've had sex with someone who had a great body, but she didn't want to get on top. She didn't want to like
she didn't want no, flat out.
It's like no. Or like when it's like I'm putting it in. Like, listen, I ain't fucking Mandingo.
He said when I'm putting it in.
But like, it's like, oh, that hurts. And it's like,
oh, nah.
You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, okay.
Oh, nah.
All right. And it's like, damn, like, you cool, like, with everything, you know what I mean? But it's like, how, if we can't even, you're not even comfortable enough to just like, get on top, like, or some shit like that. Like, that's kind of crazy to me. I don't, like, that's a little bit extreme. Like,
so you wouldn't be willing to work through that? Or would you? It's a conversation.
So
at
bad
least.
sex. Only thing to me, bad sex, really, honestly, is just like you don't have a willingness to like try
it. At
like,
least
you
try.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just be willing. Like not. I never had a girl that's like loose or like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. Like, at least you feel comfortable enough to do. Like, at least try. Like, if you feel you're not great at being on top. Yo, we can just work through this. Like,
you can work through it. If you're open to it, that's it. Willingness,
that's my big thing.
Openness.
Yo, just be open. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't need the sex I had when I was 21 years old. Like, I just need to have enjoyable sex with someone that I enjoy spending time with. Like, you know, I've had great sex before. Like, I don't need it every fucking time. And like I tell you all the time, the best sex I ever had was the last time I had sex. That's all I care about. Last time.
About some other
I don't think about fucking 10 years ago. I don't think about 5 years. My last sexual experience was my best sexual experience.
Yeah.
So that's how I look at it.
I think the answer to this question is like what we had said. Like, what is more important to you? And then once you decide that, then that's it. Then you know.
Yeah.
So that's it. So we're done. Anthony, this was great. I like when it's just us two. Oh, you have to clap. If you like this episode, like, comment, share, subscribe. Guys, leave like reviews on the Apple podcast. Somebody keeps telling me to remind them to leave review. I don't know, but they don't listen. If you listen to the podcast on Apple, leave a review. That helps us reach more people. Support us. Let us know what you guys want us to talk about, what you want to listen to. If you like this episode, comment down, say what you liked about it. And that's it. So we'll be back next week. Yes?
Peace.
Okay.
We out. That was fun.